I'm so embarrassed. So tonight I went on a date with this guy. We went to sushi. We were there for over 3 hours. We were having a great time. And then he starts getting all of these calls and texts from work. That's suspicious. So I'm like, if you have to step outside and call him back, it's cool, I get it, I'm chill, I'll hang here. So he does. And then I ordered another drink, as one does. And the waitress is like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, your date already paid while you were in the bathroom. Like, that's nice, but what? He never came back. Shout out to the table next to me, the bachelorette party from Dallas, for buying my drink and giving me a shot. Hey, y'all the real ones, as well as my bestie for coming to pick me up and taking me to the McDonald's drive-thru. If this is what dating is, like, I do not want it. No.
Alright, I'm gonna give some advice to you youngins. I'm only 34, but I've been through some shit, okay? If a man blocks you, if a man does not respond to you and does not text you back, he doesn't want anything to do with you. He doesn't respect you. So move on, sweetheart. There are billions of fish in the sea, and his little dick ass ain't worth your time. Know it, move on, know your worth.
Yeah, guys, because remember, if they get rejected, it's the man's fault for rejecting them. It's not their fault. It's the man's fault. You know, he's insecure. He's got a little D. You know, he's just this terrible guy because it's on him for rejecting me. It's not anything that they might have done. No. It might not, hey, nothing to do with their personality, what else they bring to the table. No, it's just the man's fault, right? But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, we're going to be breaking down a couple of TikToks as well as having a look at some articles. And gentlemen, I have some spare time today, so I'm aiming to shoot for 3 videos today. So if you're watching this, there should be another couple uploaded around the time of this one, within a few hours of each other, so feel free to enjoy and watch those. But if you're new here, guys, you're liking the videos, make sure you subscribe on your way in. Come and join the Discord, link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, if you would like to support the channel, the link to the Patreon is in the description, so if you're looking to become a supporter, that's a fantastic way to do it, and the link is somewhere below. But gentlemen, I mean, on today's show, we're going to be breaking down, you see, girls like this think that they're entitled to, you know, a man who has a lot to offer. Right, here's what happens, okay? What girls will do is they'll all kind of flock around the small percentage of guys, you know, that are 6 foot and above, making the 6 figures. You know, these guys that get all the girls will continue to get the majority of girls. And what they'll do is they'll dismiss all of the other guys, and then they want to blame their time being wasted on the guys at the top. They have plenty of options. Plenty of options. These girls could go on a date where they never get stood up, but they don't want to. They don't want to. They want that guy that they have to change, that they have to enter his life and be the one to fix him, right? Absolutely ridiculous. But gentlemen, we're going to jump back into the first TikTok, break it down, so feel free to leave your comments as we go through it. Then we'll jump into this one again, and we'll jump into some stories. But let's let's have a look.
I'm so embarrassed. So tonight I went on a date with this guy. We went to sushi. We were there for over 3 hours. We were having a great time.
I don't know about you guys, but 3 hours having sushi, I don't know, seems a little bit ridiculous to me, right? Like, I've said before, 2021 dates, gentlemen, I mean, I hesitate to even call them dates anymore. A lot of these girls are, I'll put it to you this way, okay? You can go out on a date with a girl and you can pay like $200, you can pay $150, $100, whatever the hell, for some expensive, nice meal, you know, just the two of you, you can spend a few hours there kind of thing. And what you'll notice if you do that kind of crap, particularly if you do it at the start, okay, so if you just do it as like a, hey, can I take you on a date, which by the way, never say, hey, can I take you, ridiculous, but if you go on that date, the odds of you getting a peck on the cheek and her leaving you and saying, oh, well, good night, and then seeing a guy at 2 a.m. that morning that's not you is incredibly high. Okay, so when I say 3 hours for a sushi date is absolutely ridiculous, the reason why I'm saying that is because, one, why the hell am I spending 3 hours on a sushi date? I have better things to do. Second of all, why am I spending 3 hours, like, committing to this time, like, driving wherever it needs to be, okay, when a guy has literally called you over to his house and she's gone at 2 a.m. in the morning? And a lot of you guys think, oh, well, Taylor, not all girls do that. Guys, most girls, believe it or not, have had fun on the first date. A lot of them have been called over just to guys' houses. I mean, this is not a. See, you would think from the outside that I'll continue with the video in a second, guys. You would think that this is, maybe a small subset of women that do this. No, guys, like, believe me, women want to have fun. They want to have the excitement at 2 a.m. They're just as interested as men in this kind of stuff. Like, if 2021 has taught us anything, it's that this whole hookup culture, it's not just men who are after it, okay? See, they want to make you think that you're the terrible guy that's only interested in having that sort of fun. You better believe these girls are out here having their fun. And hey, I don't care if they want to do that. That's totally fine. But what it comes down to is I'm not spending 3 hours on a sushi date, or I'm not spending $100 on a date when a guy has called you over to his house. That's not how it works, gentlemen. And I would encourage you to value your commitment the same. Okay, so when guys come on here and complain, Taylor, well, how come you aren't? Why do you advocate against dating? That's why I'm not paying full price for someone who has been through through this multiple times. I'm just not. Okay, you guys can do that if you want to, but personal thing, I'm just not doing it, man.
And then he starts getting all of these calls and texts from work. That's suspicious. So I'm like, if you have to step outside and call him back, it's cool, I get it, I'm chill, I'll hang here. So he does. And then I ordered another drink, as one does.
Yeah, okay, I don't really understand the, when people, like, these girls, like, will recount situations and they'll make their face look as though they're talking to an infant. You ever notice that? Like, and you say, oh, Taylor, she's, the critics are coming from Taylor, she's talking to you like a child because you're a little man child, the girls trying to come over and shame guys over here for being insecure and small D and stuff. That's what they'll do, right? But look at this TikTok. It's a TikTok, right? This is made for the platform, and she's talking to the platform. So it's not as if this video is directed at us, gentlemen. You know what I mean? The typical shaming. It's directed at anyone who's on the app, basically, and she's talking to the camera like it's an infant. I don't know, man. Anyway, but beyond that, this is what I'm talking about. See, she knows that there are probably other girls involved in this guy's life, and that is why she is there. If he didn't have that, chances are she probably wouldn't even be on the date. You see, that thing about her being concerned or suspicious, right? That's the word she used. Oh, she was suspicious about it. The suspiciousness is not a bad thing. That is why she is there. That anxiety, that having competition, that's why she's there. She could choose any other guy to go on a date that wouldn't pull this behavior, and she'd be totally fine. The guy would stay there, talk to her for 3 hours, accept a peck on the cheek, and think he was lucky. That's what you'll get. But she wants the guy who can walk out on her. And he did.
And the waitress is like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, your date already paid while you were in the bathroom. Like, that's nice, but what? He never came back. Shout out to the table next to me, the bachelorette party from Dallas, for buying my drink and giving me a shot.
And, I mean, at the end of it, she just gets free stuff. Like, are we surprised? Like, are we... You see, this is exactly what I was saying, like, 30 seconds ago, guys. It's like, these people, they have options available to them. Right? They get things for free. They get attention for free. But you know what? What they can't get is those relationships that they want. They can't get them. Because they're in competition for it. And you know what? If we're going to jump into this video, which I'm going to have to pause because it'll autoplay, but
Alright.
What they'll do is they'll get into situations with these guys, and then they'll blame the guy for not choosing them. Okay, I used terrible. I gotta stop making analogies, man, so early in the morning. But I made an analogy last video, which I recorded just before this one, and I said that relationships were similar to boxing, right? Guys who what'll happen is these girls will go through the bad boys, and then what they'll do is they'll think to themselves, okay, well, I need a little bit of security. So they'll kind of test out. They'll get a beta, right? And if they really need a beta, they'll keep him for a long time. If they kind of need him but feel like they can still really shoot their shot, then they're just going to have him like friends. You know what I mean? They're going to get a beta, and they're going to check out of the dating market, okay? And what's going to happen is that beta, as per my terrible analogy last video, he thinks he's winning. He thinks he has a clue. Okay, so, and what he would think, if he looked at the first video, guys, is he would look at that and go, oh, well, that's really mean of him. That's a really terrible thing to do. Oh, she didn't deserve that. But what he fails to realize is she deliberately put herself in that situation. She could have been on a date with a guy that wouldn't leave her. You see where I'm going with this, guys? And he thinks that he has dating experience, so he understands. What he does is he measures his long-term relationship and says, "Look, guys, I'm in a long-term relationship. I look, I've won one boxing match. You haven't even won the boxing match, my man." You know, it's they think that they understand what's happening to them because they have a girlfriend, or you know, and in quotations, they've won the fight. But there are guys out here who your girlfriend would be embarrassing to be with. Would be embarrassing, man. Let's continue.
I'm gonna give some advice to youngins. I'm only 34, but I've been through some shit, okay? If a man blocks you, if a man does not respond to you and does not text you back, he doesn't want anything to do with you. He doesn't respect you. So move on, sweet.
There's something really funny about this. I'm going to tell you guys a little quick story, right? And you know, back when I was younger and I didn't really understand this stuff so much, I thought to myself, like, there was this very attractive girl that lived near me, right? And she was obsessed. She wasn't obsessed with this guy. She was seeing this guy, like they were seeing each other. Okay, so she was seeing other guys. He was probably seeing other girls, that sort of thing. And all of this stuff was just totally foreign to me, man. And anyway, what ends up happening is he blocks her, and he went from being a low priority guy. He went from being a guy that, oh yeah, she was seeing and kind of interested in, I guess, but, you know, he's just a bit of fun on the side. Then he blocked her, and she lost her damn mind, man. And when I say lost her damn mind, what she did was she went out on photo shoots to try and make herself look better and posted on Instagram so that the guy would pay attention to her again. There were other guys, right, that were kind of ranking above him, that she would be more interested in seeing, kind of thing. But that guy became way more interesting when she knew that she couldn't get his attention. So what this video here, is these girls are out here doing this. They're seeing the guys that don't want to give them any attention, and the fact that they block them, the fact that they don't put up with their BS, it only draws them in. That's all it does. So if you're looking at this going, oh wow, poor girls, no. They're deliberately attracted to situations like this. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth, man. Like I was watching, like I said in the last video, I was watching Fresh and Fit, and I sat down and I was able to watch one of their things for the first time, like a good chunk of their stream, right? And man, what these girls, what I feel like wasn't really touched on was the fact that girls will do this crap. Not just, they don't need necessarily resources to do it. They don't need you to pay for dates. They don't need you to be the man. They need you to lead to an extent. But a lot of it comes down to, you would be surprised how many of these girls do it just for validation. For validation from a guy, man. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So guys, we're going to jump into a couple of articles here today, and we're going to break them down. So again, guys, feel free to leave your opinions on the videos we just watched as well. It's always interesting to see what you guys have to say. You guys, when you watch the videos, you often pick up on stuff that I never even thought of and stuff like that. So it's always good to see what you guys think of it. So feel free to leave a comment if you like, and what you think on the videos. But guys, we're going to jump into this article here. And it is titled, Big Kids versus Man-Child. Okay, and I just realized, sorry guys, I might have blown out your ears. I might have had the first video a bit loud there. I'm looking at the volume slider. So apologies for that, gentlemen. But this goes, when I was a child, I would always hear the phrase big kid used to describe male adults, such as the friends of my parents. I always took it to mean pottering around in a man shed in the garden, painting model cars, building mechanical gadgets, even Lego. All I see these days as adult men are man-children everywhere, especially in the world of online dating. Things such as excessive gaming, photos of grown-up parties with guys in ball pools and on bouncy castles, quoting from Harry Potter, going all out at Comic-Con. Seeing this kind of funny stuff in my 30s is such a turn-off, as if anyone gives a crap what you think. You know, guys, oh yeah, you know, I'm in my 50s, guys, and I just have to say that, you know, all of these guys out here acting like children is such a turn-off. My man, you're people are interested in what the 20-year-olds, you know, they're not interested, nobody cares if it's a turn-off to you. You know what I mean? Especially if you've got a couple of kids in tow, it's like, you are in no position to make demands, my friend. You are on your way out, and people say, oh, Taylor, the wall comes for different girls at different ages. I don't care what age the wall comes. Okay, the fact of the matter is there are more beautiful girls, and the older they get, the less demands they can make. That's just the fact. So like, these girls think that oh yeah, well, I'm ready for a real man. It's like, okay, Yeah, but like I'm looking, guys. I've got my binoculars out, right? I'm sitting in the Gothic castle, guys, up on the hill with you boys, and I'm looking out the window with my big binoculars, and we got all the boys lined up with the telescopes, looking outside, all the viewers, guys, and we're looking for who the hell asked. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, man. Anyway. Maybe back in my parents' day, the things guys did were slightly creative, even if what they made never saw the light of day or actually worked. These days, though, it just seems to be a bunch of time-wasting activities from Peter Pan men who don't want to grow up. Any other queens noticing the same? I'm surprised she didn't put like a capital on that to address herself with a title any more than she possibly could have. But guys, here's the thing, okay? Men play video games now. Men do all these, they'll do whatever the hell they want. Because the question is, why be in a relationship? That's the question. Okay? Why would you do this stuff? You know, I've got a reply to a guy on Patreon. I've seen his message, but I get a bunch of questions from guys asking different stuff about dating, okay? And one of the interesting ones I got yesterday was, Taylor, why don't you make a video talking about what are some of the green flags for girls? What are some of the things that you should look for in a relationship? Guys, and what I'm going to have to explain to this guy, I'm just going to pull up a different story while I get into this. But what I'm going to have to explain to this guy is men should not be out here looking for a relationship, looking to have something to solve that. Guys, if you have problems in your life, relationships are not something that you focus on, that become your primary thing, okay? Let me say this. Relationships will come and go. Okay, people want to pretend like human beings, we're just eternally monogamous. Human beings are, what am I going to say here? Serial monogamists. Okay, that means what we do is we have one long relationship after the other, ideally, okay? Now, what I do, guys, is if I say, hey, guys, here's a video of the top, the good signs of a girl. What a lot of guys are going to do is they're going to say, well, well, maybe they're new to dating, okay? And they're going to say to themselves, well, I'm going to go to a girl and I'm going to aim for these characteristics. What you have to understand, guys, is this kind of crap comes with experience. I can give you guys the green flags. I can give you guys the red flags. I can go into all of these. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is experience. Okay? What guys need to understand is that if you're going to go through this crap, you already know how much of a pain it is. You already know that, girls can leave you over this. They can leave you over that. Right? They want to go and have fun over here. You know what kind of manipulation is involved. If you're an older guy, you've been around the block a few times, what the hell is going on? You know these sorts of things. Alright? And what happens is, unfortunately, the experience is necessary. The experience is necessary. But if you're looking for a quick answer, guys, just invert everything I say that are red flags in a woman. If I say, if you watch other content creators on this side of the internet, there are very common things that we talk about. Tattoos are a red flag. Single mothers are a red flag. Party nights are a red flag. Constantly dyeing your hair is a red flag. Being highly masculine is a red flag. Okay, what you do is if you're looking for the green flags, you do the opposite of all those things. Alright? You can infer that from my video. But guys, I don't think that men should be going out here looking for a relationship. I don't. Because we're at the point now where I can't advocate for a man, hey, you know what, you should be giving away your commitment. Hey, you know what, you should be aiming for marriage. I can't in good conscience be telling you guys that that's a goal that we should be aiming for. But that was a huge rant, okay? Let's jump into this article here. It is, never want to go through a heartbreak again, then establish these boundaries. Want to lower your chances of a bad relationship? Read on. Before this breakup, I used to feel bad about setting boundaries because I cared too much about what other people thought. I realize now that making yourself comfortable must be a priority if you're trying to find the best relationship for you. Be staying true to yourself, always telling the truth and being honest with your needs, and never hurting yourself to make another person comfy. You'll find that the trash that doesn't support you will simply take itself out. P.S. You should never have to tell your partner verbally these. Think of these as your internal mantra. If someone doesn't treat you properly, screaming one of these back to them isn't going to make them change. Your goal isn't to make them change. Your goal is to sit back and observe who is in front of you and see if they align with your wants. You want a partner, not a project. Never show that they can get the best of you / that you are emotionally dependent on them for happiness. Your happiness is your responsibility alone. Don't nag or cry or tell them that they've hurt you by breaking one of these. Keep it short and succinct. Take out the emotional fluff. Be straightforward in your needs. No begging ever. Don't over-explain yourself, then walk away. These are boundaries, not negotiation. So, you know, we're coming into this just absolutely bullheaded and masculine. She's got to have her needs met and this sort of thing, okay? And you already, guys, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you already know what this is. Okay, and we're going to wrap up the video with the thought here. I'm going to leave the link to the Reddit articles, if I remember, in the description. So if you guys want to read this stuff, actually, no, I'm not. I can't let you. I can't do that. This subreddit, it's a bit of a hornet's nest. I'll be honest, guys. As a man, you're actually not allowed on here. Did you know that? But anyway, because what'll happen is it'll just start a huge crap fest over there if we all start commenting. But what's happening here, guys, is when I say that girls will choose these guys that have lots of options, here's what they do. They will choose the guy, okay, and then what they'll do is here's what they'll do. They'll make themselves uncomfortable to make the guy happy. So what they'll do is they'll show up at his house at 2 a.m. They'll have the fun, but you know, what they'll do is they'll try and be feminine. They'll try and be agreeable because what they want is the relationship. Okay, they'll sit there. They'll be pleasant as a daisy. They'll do all of these things. They'll even cook involuntarily for the guy. They'll do all of these things just to try and get him to like her. She'll make herself second to the guy. That's what she'll do if she really values him. But now, when she doesn't value someone else, when she feels like she's entitled and she's going to treat you like crap, what she's going to do is these things. And these are what you get left with if you're a guy who's she's done with the bad boys and then she's settling down with you. She's going to do this kind of stuff. She's going to be more masculine. She's going to voice her needs at every one, and she's going to expect you to fulfill all her needs. Hey guys, the mower's broken. It's your turn to fix it. Hey guys, you need to fix something. Needs to be fixed. It's your turn to do it. Hey, you need to pay for something. You need to meet my needs here. You're not emotionally meeting my needs. And whatever the hell that means for guys, right? So what you're going to be left with is all of this masculine BS that you have to quote-unquote solve. Guys, you want to be the guy up here. The guy that she's doing anything to be... she's concerned with his opinion of her. Okay? Because those are the two primary options that gentlemen have. And what's happening to men is that we're being lied to and told to go into this category. Hey guys, your job is to make a woman happy. Your job is to please a woman. If you don't like her, it's your fault. Absolutely ridiculous. But guys, we're going to leave today's video there. As always, leave your thoughts and comments below. If you disagree with anything I've said, feel free to do so in the comments, gentlemen. That's why they're there for. And guys, if you're looking to support the channel, make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description. It's a fantastic way to support the channel, so if you're interested, the link for that is below. But guys, we're going to leave it there. Make sure you subscribe on your way out. Come and join the Discord link in the description if you haven't already. Leave your comment and take care of yourselves, boys. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.